What up, guys? Joe White here, and I wanted to, you know, Dave Meltzer recently said something on an audio show, and I'm not going to clip the audio of it, but the gist of it is that Tony Khan is not going to let Ray Phoenix go because he doesn't want WWE poaching his talent. Now, when I hear the word poaching is like defined as illegal hunting, unethical hunting. To me, there's nothing what WWE has done with these AEW signings. Cody Rhodes, as my phone goes off in the background. Um, Cody Rhodes, perfectly legal what he did. He got his release from AEW, signed, of course, he signed an NDA saying what he can and cannot talk about, and he came over to WWE, fair and square. Jade Cargill waited for her contract to expire, came over free and clear. Brian Pillman Jr., the same thing. Came over free and clear. Ethan Page came over free and clear. Now you got Penta, who has his deal expired, free and clear to come over, and he's going to do so. Ray Phoenix is a different story. He wants to go where his brother's going, but due to injuries, they've tacked on injury time and have optioned the last year of his contract. So there's nothing WWE can do about it unless they want to buy that contract out. And even if they were to try to buy it out, Tony Khan wouldn't let him go over because it is smart business what Tony Khan's doing. But I can remember when AEW first started, him saying, "Oh, we're going to be for the talent. We're going to be all about what the talent wants. We're not going to do shady business practices. Not that this is a shady business practice, but they pretty much said that we're not going to have non-competes and all this stuff like that." And I can remember them being very much a wrestling company for the wrestlers, or that's what they were supposed to be. So, this whole idea of poaching talent, why did Cody Rhodes want to quit AEW? He said it himself, infighting amongst the EVPs. He did not have the same vision for that company that Tony and the Bucks and Kenny Omega had. And Tony Khan knows that even if he has Cody Rhodes, if he loses the Young Bucks and if he pisses the Young Bucks off and the Young Bucks leave, he'll lose the Meltzer audience. Because I guess the Young Bucks are like the sons that Meltzer never had or something like that. I mean, I just, like I said in a previous audio, he won't come out and say what the real problem is with AEW because he does not want to lose his access. He's finally got a foot in the door. It's what he's always wanted. He's dreamed about it since the day he started writing about the wrestling business in the late 70s and early 80s. He's always wanted to be in the business. Or he's always wanted to have actual sources in the business that he can go to whenever he wants to. And also, I want to talk about him also saying that, oh, I've said, AEW's got a PR problem. They don't have a PR problem. They have a booking problem. The PR is that everybody thinks their booking is stupid, except for maybe the 300,000 that are still left watching. That's their problem. Once again, he won't say those 5 words. Tony Khan is the problem. Or those five other words, Tony Khan needs to go. No, he just says, oh, they have a PR problem. What does that even mean? PR, public relations. Okay, so the problem is that the public can't relate to them at all because of the booking. There's no PR problem. It's a booking problem. My son won't even watch AEW. My son's 15 years old. Their target audience. I look at their target audience should be teenagers and men between the ages of probably around 15 to 44, 34, whatever the case may be. And they're not reaching any of them. The only people they got left are the people who suck on Dave Meltzer's teat and think he's actually credible. The observer readers. I would love to know. And they talk about Tony Khan. Oh, he needs to do the focus groups. He needs to do this. Why don't you do the focus group? Why don't you put out a poll to your readers? What's the biggest problem with AEW? And I guarantee you the majority of them would say Tony Khan and his booking. But you won't do that because you refuse to face that fact. Even though it's right there in front of your face. They're not, WWE is not poaching your talent. Think of all the WWE talent that you've poached away from them. Daniel Bryan, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. Need I go on? Need I go on? Half your Christian Cage. Half your roster, over half your roster is ex-WWE guys. Let me ask you, Dave, did he poach them? So think about that when you go off spouting things about how, oh, they're poaching talent and they have a PR problem. The PR issue is you have a a goofy, socially awkward, uh, Asperger's or autism ridden, no medication taking, cocaine snorting nepo baby, money mark in charge. And Dave is like, oh, well, I say all these things, and then he doesn't listen. Well, how about you pick up the phone and actually call him? Or do an interview. Let's about this. Let's do an interview with him where you ask him, are you willing to step away and let somebody take this book over? Maybe you could salvage what's left. But Dave won't do that because he's scared of making Tony Khan mad, because he's scared of losing his access. That's what it all boils down to. Anyway, folks, I'm going to jump off here. We will see you down the road.